Hey everyone, it's Ryan here. You're about to listen to what is essentially episode 0 of my friend Dave and I's new podcast. Thanks for listening. On a technical note, I just want to let you know you may hear some weird stuff with the audio here, some gurgles and whatnot. Essentially, we use some weird thing on Discord that records both of us at the same time. It helped with editing, but not with overall quality of sound. Hopefully that doesn't bother you too much, so sorry for that. Not much we can do, but just bear with us for this time, and it won't sound that way in future episodes of the podcast. Again, thank you for listening, and enjoy R&D. I'm Ryan DeCaesar,
I'm David Hill.
and this is R&D. I'm just gonna tell you that I can't get enough of Craig.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you something about Craig, dude. He's great.
He's really the man. Like, I fucking love Craig. Like, I'm glad you introduced me to him.
Yeah, dude, Craig's really cool. He just comes in when he wants, you know? He just comes in whenever he feels like it.
I like how robotic he sounds. He's just like, now recording.
Yeah, no, it really helps me feel like emotionally connected to Craig.
Yeah, just in a way that you wouldn't get connected to any other kind of person that is not named Craig.
Well, I mean, once again, you know, I just feel really like a deep emotional connection to Craig when he comes into the chat. I just gotta say this: when he comes into the chat, he always brings out like just these awesome greetings, like "I am now recording." So that just really helps me. Like,
Yeah,
connect with him, you know?
yeah, his commitment to the task at hand is inspiring to me. As somebody who considers himself like not very focused generally or very easily distracted, he really just inspires me as somebody who wants to not be just as distracted as much.
And he's you know what it is? He's just very straightforward about what he's here for. And that is just refreshing.
Yeah, just a great guy. Craig, introduce yourself. I don't think he's going to do that.
You got to remember, he's solely focused on the task of recording. So
that's true. He's just
you can't distract him.
You know, it's funny. For some reason, I just picture some guy. I don't know why, but when I think of Craig, I just figure just some guy like inside, like, you know, like, you ever see those like old like joke they used to make in like like TV shows and stuff, where like the brain is actually just some people in like an office building inside your head, just like working on stuff. Or like, it was like a SpongeBob thing where like they're shredding all the papers because SpongeBob is like losing his mind or something. So it's like an office building in the head. So I'm thinking like, imagine just like the computer, or like where Craig is just like in the cyberspace. It's just some guy just sitting there just typing away at everything, and then he just throws it into an audio format.
Dude, that's Craig. And honestly, that's
Craig. That's Craig. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, gents and ladies, and others, alien life forms, maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's whoever finds this podcast 30 years from now and is like, wow. Anyway, this is Ryan, and that's what's your name again?
Yeah, it's David.
David. Can I call you David?
No, call me Dave.
Okay. Thanks. We just spent about, what was it, like 5 minutes just talking about the little bot that we have in our Discord chat, just recording us.
It's called Craig.
His name is Craig. I shouldn't say their name is Craig. We don't know what
That's true.
What they conform to.
Listen, all you need to know, it's Craig. All right?
It's Craig. Craig is great. He's great. They are great. Sorry, damn it. I keep doing it. Anyway, Craig is great. This is our podcast. It is called the R&D podcast. I had thought, you know, it's funny, before, Dave, I was thinking like, maybe we should call it like the DNR podcast, but then it sounds like something completely different.
Yeah, do not necessitate. That's a totally different thing.
Yeah. So
and here we're going to be researching and developing us writing comedy sketches.
Yeah, comedy sketches. You see, a long time ago in the before times, before the world decided to go take a massive shit in the woods, we had been talking about for years doing like a podcast together.
Oh yeah, just talking about it though, never doing it
Well,
because,
yeah.
like any responsible adult,
How many
why
times?
follow your dreams when you can watch Netflix?
Yeah, how many times did you do it? How many times did we talk about doing it? Rather.
I think if we had just instead have done it, we would be semi-successful. We'd have like 10 people listening to us by now.
Yeah, yeah, and Craig.
Continuously. Oh well, I mean, Craig's always listening.
Craig's listening even when we don't invite him into the chat. That's why.
Craig's on my cell phone. It's kind of creepy.
You just make a phone call and he's just like, now recording.
Yeah, he's
I
constantly
didn't invite you, Craig.
It doesn't matter. He has one sole purpose, and that's to record you.
Yeah, but we've been talking about doing this podcast for a few years now, and finally, after recording, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times, maybe like twice. I think it was like twice. In settling on different formats, we finally just decided just to let loose a little bit. We're gonna let loose, and here we are with a podcast that's gonna be about writing sketches, sketch comedy mainly. So how it's probably going to work is that we are going to week to
Don't
week.
forget to write a comedy sketch.
Right.
Yeah.
That's going to be our homework week to week. Your homework week to week is just to listen to us. Our homework week to week is to write the sketch and develop it.
30 minutes before we record.
Yeah, 30 minutes before we record, which is a funny story about that. We can talk about that in a minute. So we're going to be talking about sketches. We'll either have one that we written a while ago or write one fresh per episode. There's really no restriction because obviously, I mean, it's our podcast. We can make whatever rules we want, but there's really no restriction here. We can.
Well, there's one restriction.
Yeah, what's that?
Craig will always be a part of the conversation.
Craig is just one of the best people ever.
I mean, God, can't say nice enough things about Craig. First of all,
ask him, Craig, if they got any sketches that they wrote.
I'm going to be honest with you once again. Craig is a very straightforward guy. He knows what he wants to do in life, and that's to record you, and that's it.
All right.
You got to respect the hustle. You got to respect it.
So yeah, basically all we're going to do is week to week, we're going to probably just talk a little bit, then maybe either go into some ideas we have about sketches, and then we'll read our sketches on the podcast, and we will also discuss our thought process behind it, what we were thinking when we wrote it, or just anything else we wanted to mention when it came to the podcast. And then we may spend just like the last few minutes just BSing as far as like different ideas we had based on something we talked about. And yeah, so you're gonna have to bear with us for the first few episodes because it's be a little rough. We are still trying to figure out our format or loose format or what we're basically trying to do. So please bear with us there.
Yeah. So, let's just jump right into it. How about this?
Well, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave.
What?
Craig listening.
What?
Do you think Craig is listening to us?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Shit.
Dude.
Okay. All right. Anyway. Okay. So, yeah.
All right. Let's just, you know what? I'm just going to talk about this.
Yeah, Dave.
Idea for a sketch I have.
Yeah. So, Dave, why don't you tell us a little bit about why you wanted to write some sketches, why you like sketch comedy, and then maybe you can just jump into the sketch that you wrote. If you want to send it to me in the chat so I can also read along with you or read a part.
That's funny that you thought that I actually wrote something. Come on.
Oh, all right. Well,
this is
really
funny?
good.
Yeah, is I did write it, but on my laptop.
Oh, dude, and I'm certain you have your laptop ready with you.
Oh yeah, you know me. I'm prepared.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah, so we went well, in college when Dave and I met, we were talking. Do you wanna tell the story, or do you want me to tell it?
no, go ahead.
Yeah, so we were in college and we were talking, or we I think I was taking a class, a sketch comedy, or whatever, for one semester for a major course for my degree, and I think Dave, correct me if I'm wrong. You either needed the credits or you just wanted to take something that was you wanted to just take something that was fun and maybe like an elective or something like that. So
Yeah,
he
I
signed up for the
didn't.
same, or you
Yeah,
just
I didn't
signed up
need the
for it.
credits.
You just
But
signed up for it for fun.
absolutely, it was just for fun.
Yeah, so we signed up for the sketch class, and one of the first things that our professor told us to do is like, "Oh, if you guys want to team up, feel free to." So
Oh
Dave
yeah,
and
I
I looked
forgot
at
about
each other, and we were like, "Let's write some sketches." So as you can see, ladies and gents and Craig, we have a lot of history writing sketches together, and by writing history,
writing
writing
history.
sketches, we're writing history sketches in our classrooms with our with our test takers.
What the hell are you trying to say?
I wish I knew.
Oh
Um,
my god.
I don't. Um,
We've
sorry.
written sketches.
Yeah, we written sketches. Do you want to? Do you want to tell them our process for writing the sketches before class?
Oh, so if you're gonna get into comedy, this is something that you're probably gonna write down because obviously we're very successful.
Okay,
Um,
Craig, you got this.
Craig's got it. Yeah. Um,
Recording.
what you want to do is 30 minutes, preferably an hour before you have a deadline. Start thinking about writing your sketch. Really just start panicking, but not palpitating yet. And then maybe 30 minutes before your deadline, maybe actually put pen to paper and start making it. That really helped. That really
Wait,
helped us.
do you have it? Do you have experience?
I have a lot of experience. I have an entire semester's worth of experience of that. Every class, which was what
Every
two
Friday.
it was only one day a week.
Yeah, it was only one day a week. It was like 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, that's right. That's upsetting.
Yeah. So what Dave and I would do is we would work on our sketches, but we would never meet during the week. We would always just like right before class, we would get there maybe like an hour or two early, and we would just work on our sketches. And the funniest thing about it is, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, I remember everyone telling us, or not everyone, I should say. I remember like getting very good reception every class, which was amazing considering we wrote it like 30 minutes before the class started.
Well, our professor was a what pretty
Is.
successful is I'm sorry is a pretty successful stand-up comedian, and we
Yeah,
got to hear.
shout out to Lexi Colin Baker.
Oh, that's right. I knew her first name was Lexi. I couldn't remember her last name. But yeah, no, she would always give us good feedback. She'd always be like, wow, that's like a solid. She's like, wow, that was really like a solid session. How long did you guys work on that? And we'd always give her a BS answer.
Yeah, yeah,
But,
she's
it's so hard. You're doing it
yeah,
so hard.
if she listens to this, she's gonna be like, "Damn, like what the hell?" I'm
She's going to be like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have been so nice.
yeah, sorry, Lexi. Um,
Oh my gosh.
well, yeah, no, that's the thing too. I always had that in the back of my mind and be like, I've done that before, but you always do that. You write something, you're like, wow, this is this is garbage, this is trash, and like I just wrote it right before class, no one's gonna love it, and everyone's like, wow, that was amazing, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Just write this.
No,
Yeah. If she
so
ever listens to this, for sure, she's just gonna be like, "Wow, those two assholes had me thinking that
yeah.
they spent hours and hours slaving over cookies and milk." And I don't know why cookies and milk, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know either.
cookies, just like making cookies and just like writing sketches and stuff. That's
I
not
don't
to say we didn't work on them a lot. I don't think we definitely wrote a lot. It
No,
was just like,
that was usually when we had to write a new one. We would just wait until the last minute, but when we worked on sketches that we had previously written, it was just way easier to write throughout the week. But
yeah, I
mainly
actually,
most of the work was done an hour before class.
yeah, I actually, I kick myself to this day because I wish, I don't know if you have it. I wish I had the original text for our old sketch that we wrote, because I remember like reading it and I'm like, this is so funny. and I try to tell my
I think I
girlfriend about
actually do because I have my really old computer in my closet.
it. All right, well,
I'm gonna rip
when
out
you
the
have
hard
t
drive
yeah,
soon.
when you have time, you need to go see if you have it and send it to me because I have been telling my girlfriend about this for years.
Is it the
And
one? Is it the one in the nightclub?
yes.
Okay, yeah. Don't talk about it because we can do this another episode.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go into it.
Yeah, so suffice to say, I've been telling my girlfriend about it for years, and I feel you ever like have like a thing that you're telling your friends or something, and you feel like they believe you, but you almost like the
Well, they
you
gotta.
feel like they think you're making it up, even though they say that they believe you. It's almost like you just want to show them so they know for certain that you didn't make anything up.
No, I know what you mean. I know exactly. I know that feeling. It's like you had to have been there type deal. Not as funny, you know. I understand that. It's hard to prove it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
You know. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I
So,
remember. Do you remember the one? There was a guy in our class.
oh.
I think he came. He already know. Dave already knows. He already knows who I'm going to talk
Well,
about.
there's two, so I'm wondering which one you're going with.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my. Well, I'll let you tell. I'll let you tell the other one as
All
you
right.
and you'll know which one. There was a kid that came into our class. Um, and he was there. He came. I think he missed like the first 2 weeks. He came in the
Oh,
third week. He had like
this
3
guy.
sketches written.
Oh,
Now, Now, the thing is, I'm not saying this like to sound like elitist or anything, but to be fair, like his sketches were not good, but there's room for improvement, right? That's the whole point. You come back week to week, you either have a new sketch or you work on the one you had. That's the whole point of the class. You get feedback.
I think the coolest thing
Right.
about sketch comedy is I always used to think that if you were going to be a comedian, that all of your jokes had to land all the time and you never had to polish them ever. And, I just thought it was like that. But it was really awesome to be in that class because you did not have to make a hit comedy sketch in the first try. And rarely would anybody in that class even do that ever. Even our sketches, we would have to come back week to week. And it took one of them took, I think, a month or so just to get it polished and funny.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, no, I mean that's what stand-up comedy as well. Like these guys that do stand-up and these gals, they do stand-up and they like when you see their stand-up special, that's stuff that they've been working on for like months, maybe like a year or two, just like polishing it, going to like shows and just working on them.
Yeah,
So
I think that's something that I never got to see. Like I never got to see that. So I always just assumed that these stand-up comics just wrote these things down and I was in awe. I was like, I can never do that. I can never just come up with a joke like that and just
yeah, no, that's
have it land immediately.
yeah. Well, no, that's the thing Alexi would always tell us is that if you see a lot of these famous comedians, like it's really interesting if you're able to if you ever get a chance to like see them like when they first start with new material and like work like on it like night after night or week after week, you can see them like evolve it and like even like the most famous ones, they still have to work on new material and they got to try things out.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah.
All right, so go
So
ahead. Go on
anyway,
with
yeah.
continue with the
Sorry.
story.
Anyway, yeah, just us fawning over stand-up comedy and
All
the
right.
awe of like the
So
art of it.
this dude
Anyway,
came in 2 weeks late.
yeah. So anyway, um, yeah. So this he again his because the sketches were not very good, but I don't say that as like a criticism. I say that more just a matter of fact. Like the sketches were not good, but the whole point is that you come back with either another sketch or something or you rewrite it and you rework it. So I remember like we read the first two or something and he was like he was cracking up himself, right?
Yeah.
He's like oh my he's like laughing hysterically and we're all just like looking around like does he know that they're not funny or should we tell him?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think with comedy too, like you write the sketch or you write the joke and to you it's really funny but nobody else gets it
Yeah. Yeah, I
because
think
nobody
that's really hard. That's a really hard thing. That's a really hard pill to swallow too, and especially when we would write a sketch and it just wouldn't land, we'd be like, "Oh,
yeah and like
crushing."
again Yeah, and like for me, I think I've told you this before, Dave. It's like always like for me, it's not about changing the joke per se to make it appealing, like changing your joke or your punch. It's more just like making me understand it so I can laugh with you and be in your head with you. So yeah, so he's laughing hysterically, right? He's like sitting there like literally like having a ball. And I don't remember what it was. We get to the last sketch and we're reading it, and all of a sudden there are two or three people. So basically the way the work class worked is like, again, we'd read the sketch out loud and everyone would pick parts and then you'd read the sketch out loud. So we got to the one part where the kid is reading and he just starts losing his mind, like laughing. And he just goes, I can't. He points to like the one black guy in the class. He says,
Oh,
what he says, whatever. He's like, you got to read this. And we're like,
oh no.
okay, this like maybe did you like have an idea of what was going to happen? Because like I was just kind of like, what is going on here?
Well, because he purposefully said the guy's name, which I'm not going to say the guy's name, but he purposely said the guy's name. He's like, yeah, you got to read this. And I was like, why does he, out of all of these people in here, have to read
Yeah,
this?
yeah. So like again, just pointing it out. Matter of fact, he points to the one black guy in the class and he calls him over and he's just like, you got to read this, and he reads it out loud. And the reason he had the black guy read it is because in the sketch he wrote the N word, or
Oh,
the
yeah.
character says the N word,
Oh, yeah.
and we were all just nervously uncomfortable looking around, being like, wow,
Uh,
this this is uncomfortable.
it was,
And
it was very uncomfortable. And I think the reason it was so uncomfortable is it wasn't, I don't know how to say this in a nice way. Like I said, the jokes just weren't landing. So it was just like another added insult, basically. It's just like,
yeah, yeah.
it's just the way he went about it. You know what I mean? Like, why would you call him over for that? I mean, if you can't
Why?
read your
Yeah.
own sketch, then there's a problem with it.
Yeah, so I remember Lexi, sweet, wonderful woman that she is. She wasn't discouraging or anything. She was just like, yeah, my instinct is to just not put that in your sketch.
She was so good at
Yeah, but
like
yeah, no, so good at
flattering you while criticizing you at the same time, and I thought
yeah, but
it's
never
really
making
great.
you feel like you were like a bad person about it, never making you
No.
feel like bad about it, just kind of like being like, so yeah, that's nice, but I think what we should do is this, and you're like, oh, okay. And you also
Yeah.
get feedback from the rest of the class too, because everyone read it out loud.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, we wanted him to come back with, all of our suggestions in his sketch, and then,
yeah, and so
you
then
know
he rightfully just decided, okay, I'm gonna come back with all of your suggestions, and what he
that's right.
did was never come back again.
Yeah, I think maybe he got embarrassed a little bit.
Which is like, dude,
But
like,
we didn't laugh at him, and we did not shit talk him. I just wanna say that. We did not
no,
shit
and we're not even doing it now. I'm just saying it
Yeah.
was just really
No, it's
funny.
just
It was funny how awkward that situation
oh,
was,
yeah.
and how he
It's
thought it was so
so
much funnier than everyone else, and we're all just like, "We're not getting it. Do you know
we're
that?
not getting the joke.
We're not getting the jokes." And
We're
not to be mean, just saying we're not getting it.
yeah.
Like, I think at one point he just stopped reading because he was like, "All right, nobody's getting it." It's like, "Yeah, dude, because I don't know what you wrote."
He would laugh through his lines to the point where it's like, what did he say? What?
Yeah,
It's
no, literally, yeah.
I mean, he was enjoying it. I'm glad he did.
I'm glad he enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
So,
so who was the other guy again? And
oh,
obviously, I'm not saying you gotta name him,
we're
but
not
what
gonna
was his
name
name?
him,
What's his
but
social security number? His credit card statement? Do you know what it looks like?
yeah, so, I'm going to write this down. His last 4 of his Soch is but this kid,
Just like
um
whole podcast just shuts down. Craig is just like
yeah,
not
just
recording.
dox this kid.
Yeah, Craig's just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Craig is just, nope, he's still recording. He doesn't judge.
Don't let him. He's like, I don't judge.
I don't judge, I just record. So, this other kid, he would he was really strange. He would be deadpan reading his sketch, and then when something that was funny, his whole face would light up, and then right after he was done laughing, it'd be right back to deadpan. He would read his line and go, ha ha, boom, right back to deadpan. So this kid also, when we were not in class, he would just not say hi to us in the hallway. We would pass by him and I would go, "Hi, how are you?" And he would just keep straight on looking past me and just keep walking.
Yeah, I remember like in class when we were all laughing and talking and like giving suggestions, he would be very lively and like be friendly and like
Oh,
talking. That was the thing that was weird.
yeah. And it's not like we were mean to these people at all, but it was just such an odd dichotomy from how he was in class to how he was outside the class. And this kid wasn't wearing like AirPods. Those weren't a thing when we were in college. I just want that said. There was no earbuds in his ear that were noise canceling.
Craig, let the record show that there were no AirPods.
Craig, please write this down.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you, Craig. Yeah. This kid, oh my gosh. And I would constantly be like, is he gonna wear my skin? I mean, like, oh my gosh. He would just act so antisocial outside of class. And that's fine if you don't want to talk to me. I'm totally cool with that. But not even a head nod, not even a head nod or like a hey.
Yeah, I mean that's just like a baseline of if someone says hello, at least just say hey.
Yeah, you don't want to engage a conversation. I'm totally okay with that. Just give me the head nod. Just give me the universal head nod or the wave of the hey or whatever, and just be like, hey,
yeah.
Keep on walking. I'll get the hint. Trust me.
He wrote good sketches too. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, he did write. He wrote what did he write? He wrote a like America's Got Talent sketch. That's what.
Yeah, with the Russian comedian.
Yeah, with the Russian comedian. I remember.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, no, that was a funny sketch. Well, the other thing that's funny is I remember you were a biology major and you, like I said, you didn't have to even take this class. And then I remember you being like, man, I got like a lot of tests coming up and I can't be in every sketch. I can't memorize all those lines.
Okay,
and
so
who ended up being in every
class,
Guess who ended up being in every class, every sketch at the sketch show at the end of the semester? Dave Hill.
I did. I had to memorize all these lines. I had to remember where I had to sit
pretty
for
good.
each sketch. Oh yeah. I don't think I've had more fun in a class.
You did pretty good though.
Actually, what started me on comedy sketch writing was probably my favorite teacher to this day, Mr. Bray. He was an English teacher and he was an English professor. And what he would do is
sounds like a punk bitch.
Instead of writing like crappy book assignments and like, oh, how did this book made you feel? He would tell us we could write any medium we wanted as long as we could convey what the book's message was. So I loved comedy and I would incorporate sketch comedy.
Yeah, you like comedy, you like to laugh, bitch.
Would you want to laugh, you idiot? I got something for you. No, I would write like all of these ridiculous, like we had to do Twelfth Night and
that's Shakespeare, right?
Yeah, that's Shakespeare. And he let me write he told me that I could write, what was it? I had to write a movie like plot with like characters, and I had to write like they had to be archetyped after the 12th Night characters, right? So I called it the 12th Terminator, and it's Arnold Schwarzenegger plays
I'm loving it already.
The Terminator and himself and all these different parts. And in 12th Night, one of the characters dresses up like a woman, and the guy falls in love with him.
I know this one. Yeah, I think I know this one.
Yeah, so I have in the screenplay, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger falling in love with himself dressed as a woman. And like there's dialogue where he's chasing after himself dressed as a woman and he's trying to get away from him. It's so asinine. But I got to do all these comedy sketches for all of those books. Like The Great Gatsby, I did like a prohibition, like speakeasy type bust scene where they're playing blackjack and my character, goes bust. And then I have a bunch of people that no one knew about in the class were standing outside the room to bust in to do the quote bust for the speakeasy. And like all these people just rushed into the room to arrest me and my friends. It was really fucking hysterical. The whole room was just laughing. So that's really where I like fell in love with sketch comedy, but I never pursued it.
Yeah, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, I'm dumb.
Yeah,
You
like
getting
why
that,
are
Craig?
you what are you even doing here? Recording.
Oh, that's right. He's
Thank you,
recording.
Craig.
Thanks, Craig. I appreciate that. So
Craig will never let us down.
okay, so here we go. I got this sketch idea, but I don't really
All
know.
right.
I don't really know how to write it. So
All right, yeah. So give me
here we
the
go.
idea. Let's hear it. Let's get into it.
All right, I hate prank YouTube channels. All right, I just do. I know they're super popular for everybody, but like some of the stuff that they do is not funny. It's just like mean, and I truly do not get people who enjoy them.
You know,
Like I cheated on my fiance pranks. Like how is that how is that funny? That's not funny. That's like a douche move. I absolutely hate them. So I came up with like a caricature of these people who do these prank shows, and I want to have a son pull pranks on his dad and his mom, but they're going to be like fucking horrible, right?
oh wait, yeah. We might have talked about this when we weren't recording. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the son is going to do something like terrible, right? So like I'm thinking the son hires a doctor that his dad has to see, right? Just like as a normal checkup, and the doctor will tell the dad that he has like terminal cancer, right? And he's paid the doctor off for this quote prank, right? So the
Yeah.
dad comes home and gets the family together. Everybody's crying after he gives the news. The son's laughing. The mom gets angry at him laughing. The dad's like, no, no, everybody processes grief differently. And like the son is fucking laughing on his YouTube channel. He's got his little secret, video camera in the corner that he's like fucking sniggering while his dad's trying to tell everybody how much money they're going to get and like what to do with it so they don't get
Yeah.
taxed on it, just like something horrible. And then like when his dad's on his deathbed, all his son's been doing is getting the doctor to give him medicine that just kind of makes him feel kind of crappy, like a headache, maybe like some stomach aches and stuff. And like
shaving his head.
yeah, just like shaving his head at night, making him feel like he's losing his hair. And then like while the dad's on his quote deathbed, the son will be like, just kidding, dude. And the dad just like it just sits there and stares at him, and like the whole family is just like aghast. And then the dad is like, oh my God, you got me. Oh my God, you got me. And he's just be like absolutely like laughing about it, and then talk about all the horrible things that had to happen, like that he took out all the life insurance and that they're going to get taxed heavily on it now. And they can't afford the home anymore because of all the arrangements they made. And then he'll just be laughing about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so Dave and I talked about this a little bit before we were recording, like last week when we were talking about recording for the fourth time. We were talking about this, and I think you initially told me that the thing was like, oh, the son's gonna tell the dad he has cancer or whatever, but then the son's gonna make a big make him somehow everyone think that like his family or like his dad for specifically is gonna be like all like the son's gonna be in the deathbed, like he's about to die, and they're gonna like he's gonna go.
Oh, that's right. That's what I said.
Yeah. So
I like that one more.
yeah, so Dave said he's in the deathbed, and we just pictured it. It'd be so funny. You just picture it like the dad, like we pictured it with like the dad. He's just like, he's like, and he's like, Dad, by the way, I fucking got you, Dad. No, this is what I suggested. I thought it'd be kind of like mean if it ended and the dad's like crying and like upset that his son deceived him. That's why we were like, let's like add the layer of just like the dad's like, oh my God, you fucking got me. I ain't getting all that money back. What the fuck am I gonna do? We're gonna be on the street, shit, bro. Oh, that was so good, man.
You got me so good. I had to sell the car. That's freaking awesome, dude. You got me.
Yeah,
just,
and then like,
how destitute.
oh yeah, oh wait. Imagine that like then the doctor comes in. He's like, oh, by the way, you actually have cancer now.
Oh my God.
No, that's very dark.
Oh no, it'd be just so great. Talk about all the money that they got from like friends and family as like a fundraiser to like help support the son's funeral costs, and being like, oh my God, we borrowed $20,000 from our neighbor. We got to pay them back somehow. We bought a casket.
I used all your college money.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I really want to, and I want to make it like a recurring thing. Like this is definitely going to be a recurring theme for me. I'm going to make more horrible pranks that this kid is going to pull on his dad because I hate these prank channels so much, and I'm just going to let everybody know that they're stupid.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't know if, because I'm aside from my YouTube channel, which you should all watch, by the way. It's just my name. It's Ryan Daniel DeCaesar. Anyway, besides the point, we talk about that later. Anyway, besides my own channel, like I do watch YouTube videos, but like I feel like I have just such a like I go on and I watch specifically what I'm intending to watch, and I don't really like explore a lot, so I don't even happen upon those channels. I did get one once where I think I was on Facebook, and I got this one. I don't even know the name of the channel anymore. Not that it matters. I saw one video of it, and this guy, what he does is he puts the thumbnail of the video, some like very attractive woman, and like her cleavage or just like her ass hanging out or like in a bikini, and but the title of the video is not even related to it. It's just that, and then you watch the video, and then it has nothing to do with it, right?
And it's fantastic.
Yeah, and they're not even that. The thing is, the videos they're fine, but they're not even that funny.
Oh my God!
I'll tell you one that I saw was like the one prank he does, because he does multiple pranks in the videos.
Oh God!
The one that I saw, it was his grandma. Apparently, the whole joke was like, oh, his grandma's addicted to watching TV. So him and his friend went in there and just started just destroying her TV, just smashing it.
That's what I'm talking about.
And she's like, "What the hell? No! What? And then turns out, like, Grandma, we got you a new TV anyway." And like they gave her like a brand new TV. So it ended up not being mean, but it's just like I'm watching them like, okay, that wasn't that funny.
No, I don't. I really, really do not like prank shows at all.
Yeah, and that's the thing though, is that I didn't like the video. I didn't comment on it. I clicked on it and I would get notifications about it, bro.
Oh yeah, no. If you watch one video, YouTube's recommendations just go like crazy.
No, this was Facebook.
Same thing, like legit same thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Because God forbid you engage with the with something that like just to see what it was. Like, oh, this is your favorite thing now? It's like, no.
You misunderstood me. This is your favorite thing now.
Well, yeah. Well, it's the same thing with like, you remember, people get those your year-end I think it was like last year or something, your year-end review on Spotify, like music you listen to, be like, oh, this is your music, your playlist for the year, and I'm looking at it, oh, this is your favorite song, and I'm like, I listened to this once, like, and I remember because I only listened to that song like a couple times. I'm like, I listened to this song like 3 times back in like March. What do you mean it's my favorite song of the year?
Yeah, no, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't like that, but yeah, I really hate those prank shows. I just do. Pretending you're cheating on somebody, destroying a TV, picking up some random girl because you have a Ferrari, and then just like absolutely ditching her. That's not.
Dude, wait a second. Yo, I've seen those. I've seen those videos of just like where, yeah, the guy just like picks her up and just starts running away.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing, dude. Fuck that. Honestly, I dropped the F-bomb. I didn't want to, but I did. But honestly, I hate that stuff. First of all, if you're gonna flaunt your wealth like that, what do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Everybody's attracted to wealth. All right. I don't care what you say. You're attracted to wealth in some fashion, whether it helps you do the things you want to do, like travel, or, eat 100 hot dogs at a state fair, or
just fulfill your lifelong dream of recording the R&D podcast.
Yeah, maybe that's your lifelong dream, and it takes maybe $100,000.
Yeah, thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Greg.
Great.
But yeah, give me one of your sketches. Let me hear yours.
I think I might have one like to just like start.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see. I want to know. I don't know which one I should. Oh, this one. I think. I don't even know what to talk. Which one? What is this? I just have a script in my Celtics that just says meal. That's all it says. It doesn't have anything else in it.
There's nothing in it?
There's nothing in it. Yeah, there's nothing in it.
All right, so my nickname is Meal because we took Italian together, and our Italian professor.
Oh yeah, that's how our friendship started. We met in like Italian class in
Dude,
college.
she was fantastic, dude. She had an awesome accent. I want that said. She had an awesome accent, but she
It
had
was
a
just
hard
very
time.
thick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she had a hard time pronouncing my last name. So she just absolutely butchered it to Meal. And I was like, "Yep, that's me. David Meal."
Oh, I don't know
So,
why. I don't. Yeah.
and
So yeah, I don't know why. But then all I can do is just like be like meal.
Meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It's just so good. It was just it was so awesome. David Meal. Oh, thank you.
We're I remember being in class, and I remember because every day she would give us like lectures about like, oh, you need to do your job, you need to do this. And I remember one day she's like, if you need to come early to class or leave late because you need to work on this, you need to do your job. So that way you can pass the course with flying wings.
Oh,
And I was like, and I didn't want to be a dick, but me being me, I kind of ended up being a dick anyway. I like raised my hand very shyly. I'm like, hey, the saying is like, I didn't have to correct her. To be clear, I didn't have to correct her, but I just like I
no, but
felt
it
like
was
I needed to.
yeah.
So I raised my hand and I said, hey, the saying is passed with flying colors, right? And she's like, yeah, flying wings. And
She
I
did
looked at her and I go,
totally
we're
pull
not
those
saying the
two.
same thing, right?
Dude, she was awesome. Oh my god, she was awesome. Oh
Yeah,
my
and don't get
god.
me wrong, she was kind of annoying, but I didn't have an issue with her overall.
No.
Now that I think
Dude,
looking back on it.
she literally caught someone cheating during our final exam.
Do I hear a sketch idea coming on? Do I hear a
Is
sketch
she a
idea?
sketch? Is
Is
she
she
a
a
sketch?
sketch, bro? Bro, did you just write a sketch?
Dude, I think we just wrote a sketch based on
Bro,
our own
Augie?
experiences, dude. Oh
Augie?
my god.
Bro, did you write a
Augie?
sketch, bro?
Augie?
Augie?
Oh my gosh. I
Yeah,
don't know
this
if you ever had those
jokes
kind
that
of
we have
kids
in
in
Discord.
your
Yeah,
high school, but like,
huh?
I don't know if you ever had those kind of kids in your high school, but like the skateboarding bros, dude.
Yeah.
There would always be the one guy named Augie, and they would always say his name like Augie, like it was a
Augie?
question. It was a question always. Augie?
Augie? Am I Augie?
Augie?
Can you see that link that I just sent you and tell me if it lets you click on it and look at it?
I am clicking on the link and it says virus downloaded.
And I
Um,
am gonna be gone.
and that ends the podcast because I don't have a computer anymore. It says I have to log in. So why don't you just give me your
Okay.
login information and then we can
I forgot. How did I send it to you last time?
you just sent it. You just put it into Discord like you would upload a file.
Did I? How did I do it
Yeah.
last time?
Just hit the plus button and give me a file.
Yeah, but I don't know if I have the file. Oh, I see.
Honestly, I didn't even want the file anyway, so good.
You know what, bro? You know what, bro?
What?
Wait a second. File. Oh, print download, bro. Oh shit. Here we go.
Dude, you're just killing it right now. People listening at home are just astounded by not only our wit and our tact, but just our general understanding of how things work.
And they're also just amazed in how we're just sticking to the format so strictly, and how we're just really just like talking about the sketches that we wrote and stuff. They're really just proud of us as people.
I'm going to be honest with you. The one person who's going to listen to this, my mom, she is probably going to be wondering why we're not more like Craig, sole purpose.
Yeah, it doesn't say a word, just does the job.
Just does the job and gets it done. So,
yeah.
But yeah, no. So why don't you go ahead and read me your sketch, man? Let me hear it.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to send you.
I don't even want to see it.
I'm going to send you 2 sketches. If you can just briefly look over them, and I want you to tell me,
Okay.
like briefly. When I say briefly, just like read a couple lines and tell me which one you think you want to go over.
All
or
right.
we can just do both.
Hang on. I am reading.
Or I can kill your entire family.
Give me a minute.
Craig, scratch that.
Mhm.
Recording. Okay.
Here we go. I'm reading it right now. Okay. Got some of that in there. Reading this sketch.
Are you reading it? Like, how hard are you reading it? So hard.
They go through a bag, pulls out of something, puts it in.
That's the one we read. I think you have read that one. So if you want, we can go that. We'll do that one since you're more familiar with it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this one's pretty good. Oh, I see what you did. That one's
Which
good.
one is that?
This is screenplay 2.
Is that I Will Remember You or Having Pride?
Oh, this one. Yeah, it's called Having Pride.
Okay, so which one do you want to do? You know the other one.
I know that I Will Remember You. I know this one. We worked on this one a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked on this one already.
Well, that was not in a recorded session. That was just in us doing something. So
yeah,
it's up to you, man. I want you to tell me because I have to.
I want to see the changes you made to I Will Remember You. To be honest,
I didn't make any changes, to be honest with you. But if you want to read it, just so we can talk about it again, because it wasn't.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, bro.
We'll do it.
All right, bro.
So introduce the sketch, bro. Introduce the sketch.
Augie.
Augie.
So yeah, my friends and I, a couple years ago, we started a YouTube channel called Self-Made Productions. Hey, you should follow that too, and look at it. Anyway, that's besides the point. We just, my friend and I made this joke once of just us like killing off my friend Greg, and
like it's a funny prank.
Yeah, and in the videos, and it was always just be a joke. Like the first video we did of him dying was just like the joke of him. Oh, he what's it called? Yeah, Greg died because he's allergic to tomatoes, and I didn't know that. Then the next one is like, oh, well, he's allergic to pumpkins as well, and we didn't know that. It was just something stupid. Okay. Because basically it was just the two of us shooting, and I was like, well, how can we do this so we can both shoot like a funny sketch, but it's just two of us, and like we need someone to work the camera. So basically we worked it where we did just like a little trick where we're able to like look like the camera kit is continuing to move.
Oh, that's really cool.
So anyway, that's what this sketch is about. It's called I Will Remember You.
Okay.
So,
all right, I will play. What do you want me to be?
Well, I'll play myself. I can play Greg as well. And if you would like to read Stage Direction and Jared.
Sure. Okay. External Greg's house. Day. Ryan is dragging a garbage bag down the driveway outside of Greg's house. It is very heavy and he is struggling. Jared sees Ryan from across the street and walks over to him. Jared, hey man, what you doing? Taking out the trash?
In a manner of speaking.
Is Greg around? What's that smell? Jared recoils from the smell as he slowly realizes what Ryan is actually doing.
Before you say anything, I didn't kill Greg this time.
Okay, then what the hell happened?
Look, all I know is that he had some spicy meatballs that didn't agree with him.
But doesn't Greg love meatballs?
I know. Will you just help me with this?
If it wasn't just meatballs, then why didn't you call the police?
You know, for someone who just learns that one of his closest friends just died, you're awfully calm about it.
Dude dies like once a month. The hell you expect from me?
Fair point. Will you help me with this, please? Come on.
Jared and Ryan continue to lug the garbage bag down the driveway. Greg walks up to them and gets their attention.
Hey guys, you need help with that?
Yeah, man, that'd be good. Thanks.
Thanks, dude. No problem. Anything I can do to help.
Jared, Greg, and Ryan move the garbage bag down to the other pages on the street.
No, other end of the street.
Other end of the street. That's it.
Yeah. Back to
the bottom and breathe a large sigh of relief. Woo. Whew. Goodbye, my friend. We shall miss you dearly. Ryan nods in agreement.
Who died? Greg did. That's a real shame.
Wait a second. You're Greg.
Yes, I'm Greg. Then who is in the bag? Oh, that's me from the past. Then wouldn't your future self not be here?
Greg begins to fade away as Sarah McLachlan's I Will Remember You begins to play. The camera pans to have Jared in frame. He has his phone out and is waving his arm back and forth.
Dude, will you turn that off?
Why?
Because all I think about when I hear that is sad dogs.
Well, he kind of is like a sad dog. And all right,
Yeah,
nope.
and then,
There's a bonus, people. There's a bonus.
And then there's an alternate ending.
There's an alternate ending, people. I hope you stay till past the credits because here it comes.
Yes, to our one listener, Dave's mom. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Craig, thank you.
And Craig.
Thank you.
Alternate
Craig.
ending. I think Craig has to listen to this. Not point. Here we go. Alternate ending. Craig fades away as Jared and Ryan look sadly as he fades. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, Jared.
Did we just steal the ending to Infinity War?
We definitely did.
Cuts to black. Text appears on screen saying Greg will return. Text fades away to black only to fade back up saying, probably.
And the last part is just, I think that's a note that I put in for that you put.
Oh, I did. Yeah, that was my only. You ready for my big edit, guys? I hope you're ready. So I hope you're prepared, and I really hope you're sitting down. My only edit was to change one of the lines to, "Who's Greg? Never met him."
Yeah,
but where that's supposed to go, I don't know.
Out of context, I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, neither do I. That was how many months? That was like last year.
Yeah, man. Last year, all of like last year ago.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I kind of like it. I think.
I'm glad you do. I was seeking your approval this entire time.
Yeah, I know. I understand what you're trying to do with some of these lines, but I kind of edited them on the fly. I don't know if you like that or if you like, you just like the harshness of it. Yeah, I don't know if you like that or not.
It doesn't really matter. I think it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really take away. If it doesn't take away, it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want Jared to be like super distraught about it, I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man.
Yeah,
yeah. So, yeah, like I said, my whole idea for that was just, I don't know why, it's just such a silly sketch.
I do like it.
I even had like an idea for like a third ending, or another additional ending, like after credit scene, where it's just like, what's it called? You just like the camera's just like on the garbage can, and then you just hear the music coming from the phone, and it's just I Will Remember You, and then it's just me and Jared, just like my arm over his, and we're just like rocking back and forth singing it. I will remember you.
I would like it if when it comes back to you guys, if it's in black and white all of a sudden, and like you maybe are looking down towards the pavement and like a single tear rolls down your cheek, and then you just fall to your knees, and then just have Jared like kind of tugging his hair and standing up staring towards the sky. That would be funny.
You know what? That just gave me a whole other idea. So I'll picture this, right?
Okay.
The sketch ends, picks up 30 years later. It's just Jared and I, and we're like really old looking, like we're all gray and like, like wrinkly and whatever. And we're like wearing suits and stuff. And I don't know why we're wearing suits, but we're just like outside Greg's grave. And like, we like Jared just pulls out his phone, he just puts it on the grave, and you just hear I will remember the song playing.
Yeah.
And we're just supposed to sit in there just like crying, and then Greg walks up and he just like holds just hugs us too.
Just right in between you guys, puts an arm around both of you.
Yeah, Greg's mourning over Greg.
Hey man, it's okay.
Bro, Augie?
What? Augie? Augie? Just have it end.
Greg, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Are you Greg, bro?
Greg, bro. Yeah,
Greg.
I like this one. I like this one a lot. I think it's really silly.
Yeah, it is meant to be very silly. This is not exactly the highest brow of comedy, but it is.
I think what I would do is when you're dragging the bag down and Jared asks what
Blood just
happens.
coming out of it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and like he asks, what the heck's happening? Okay, then what the heck happened? And you say, look, all I know is he had some spicy meatballs that didn't agree with him.
Yeah.
I like that line. I do.
But what if it wasn't there?
But what if you made it more like, you need to be more like distraught and like about it. You know what I mean? Like at least the way you read the line, it was just like, it was a good line, but like maybe you should be like, I don't know, man. There's some spicy meatballs. They didn't agree with them. Just like out of breath, freaking out. You don't know what to do. You're trying to get Jared to help you. He's not helping.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Jared and I earlier on in the sketch should just have like more of a back and forth, like arguing, but it's a little more aggressive.
Yeah, I think it needs to be a bit more aggressive. Like you're trying to get Jared to,
it's a little bit of a longer back and forth between the two of us.
Yeah, I think that would help. Write that down. Write down. Bigger.
Yeah, write down right under who's Greg. Never met him. Who's Greg? Never met him. Oh, what does that mean?
I don't know. Listen, it was funny when we were talking about it. Yeah, I think make that banter portion a little bit better. You can still deliver that line. That's a good line. I'm just saying there's just something missing. I just not
you mean
sure
like a build up to it?
Yeah.
Who's Greg? Never met him.
Who's Greg? Never met him. Like have Jared figure out that he's dead, that you're dragging his body, be like, who's Greg? Never met him. And then, you're just losing your mind that he's still not like refusing to help, basically.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah. So we go back up. Just like, is Greg around? What does that smell like? Before he's saying I can kill her guys, he's like, dude, what happened? I'm like, look, I don't know, okay? Like, what do you mean you don't know? Greg's just dead again? I'm like, dude, he dies like once a week. Yeah, well, what's the problem? They're going back and forth.
Yeah, like that. Dude, he dies like once a week. And like, I don't know, man. I made him spicy meatballs. He said he wanted spicy meatballs. Oh, and all of a sudden, they didn't agree with him. Something like that.
Oh, wait, then that's even better. It's like, well, yeah. Greg loves meatballs, but the spicy ones give him the runs.
But the spicy ones.
It's like, I didn't know he would die from it. Like, you should know.
He said he wanted them.
The run is stage 4. Stage 4 of what?
Yeah, no, that would be, something like that. Like just a heated debate. Like it needs to be heated. I like it. Just needs to be more heated and like just visceral. I like that.
Yeah, man. I want to heat it as fun. Yeah, so do you have anything else you want to say about that one?
No, I think if you just expand upon the little interaction between Jared and Ryan in the beginning, and also,
well, really, we just want to figure out who's Greg. Never met him.
Yeah, also that. And maybe you just want to like, I don't know, change the setting and where it happens and who the characters are and what they're actually doing, and also change the end, middle, and the beginning.
Just change the whole thing. Don't even write it. You know what? Delete it.
Delete
it right now. Otherwise, I'm going to kill you. What'd you just say, dude? Nothing.
Yeah, no. Let's start with those changes. We'll read it again next week, and then we'll pick it up from there.
Bro. What? I don't know.
Bro. What?
Bro. I didn't know. Augie.
All right. So
I feel like we keep saying Augie and nobody knows what we're talking about.
But I explained it. I explained it.
You did? Oh, no. I know that, but we have a very specific reason. We will explain that like another reason on top of that. But until we find that original sketch, we really can't explain it further.
Oh, yep. I'll find it. I'll try to find it this weekend and have it at least ready to go by next week. But
yeah,
I'll probably work before this starts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really, because I want the original text, because I remember the original text being so funny.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah. So what do you think, Dave? Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I think it's been an hour, and
yeah, I think you're all tired of it.
Yeah,
Greg is getting a little antsy.
He is. Except that he's not, because he is just a one-man band right there. This dude's great.
Anyway, so anyway, guys, so basically, again, this is the R&D podcast. We are going to be talking about sketches, sketch comedy. We appreciate you bearing with us this entire time as we kind of loosely figure out how we're going to do that, or how we're going to do this sketch or whatever. As we get into it, a few episodes into it, we're probably going to figure out more and have maybe a little bit more of a structure and like timeline as far as what's going on. So
Yeah,
by the time you listen to this, it'll probably be like 2 or 3 weeks from now.
yeah. And if you like our
Yeah.
sketches, let us know. And if you hate them, just let Ryan know. I can't take criticism. So
Yeah. So if you are listening, you feel free to either just message us directly or just give us a like comment on wherever we post it. I don't probably the standard places, and just give us suggestions of what you think you would want to see more from. We're gonna try our best to just rotate the sketches in and out every week or every other week or something. So it's not just going to be like, oh, I spent 12 weeks working on one sketch because I just can't get it right.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
like we'll definitely like write a sketch, work on a little bit, and we'll bring it back the following week or something, or the week after, just so it stays fresh and new and gold.
yeah. Just give us a comment. But
Yeah.
to wrap it up, why don't you plug yourself? Why don't you tell us what you got going on? What's
Oh,
up?
yeah. So I have a YouTube channel. It is mainly and primarily a gaming channel. So I do basically reviews, analysis, like critiques, sometimes news, sometimes other things, sometimes like gameplay highlight videos and stuff. Or sometimes, occasionally, I want to start doing some more like tip videos and stuff like that too. So yeah, I have all that stuff there. It's just my name, Ryan Daniel DeCaesar. You can look that up, and I'm on YouTube. So yeah, Dave, do you have anything you would like to plug
I
besides?
do actually.
Oh,
I just started a blog with one of my good friends down here, and it is called Challenge Your Life. And basically, what we do is we were thinking that everybody does these New Year's resolutions where they start up these 30, 90, and 1 year challenges, and we wanted to be a little bit more accountable with them. So we basically are doing a bunch of different 30 and 90-day challenges. We're doing the 30-day minimalist challenge. I'm doing a 90-day Korean and Japanese challenge where you learn a language from scratch. And then by the end of the 90 days, you can have a 15-minute conversation with a native. Simple conversation, obviously. And yeah. And then my roommate is doing the 30-day minimalist challenge and 90-day Japanese challenge. And we're going to compare and contrast because we're using two different ways to learn. And we'll compare and contrast our challenges. And hopefully we can incite more people to do these cool challenges and help change their life.
That's really awesome, man. And
Yeah.
where can we find the blog right now?
The blog is challengeyourlife.com, if I'm not mistaken. And we are going to have a YouTube channel up. By the time this podcast comes up, it'll be out. And you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Nice, nice, nice. You can also follow me and on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, but it's still just my name. Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for listening to the first episode of the R&D podcast. We hope we made you proud. And ladies and gentlemen, can we please just get a moment of silence for the great work that Craig has done? Thank you, Craig.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you. All right. I'll see you guys next week.
All right, we'll see you next week.